Welcome back to Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa. I'm Rosa.
And I'm still Sharon.
And Happy New Year, everyone. This is going to be a blessed 2021. I know I'm claiming it, and I hope you all are too.
Yes.
We want to thank you all for continuing to tune in each and every week. We love bringing you our different topics and our conversations, and we welcome the newbies. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing, sharing this video, and just liking and loving us each and every week.
Yes.
Thank you. Today's topic is on Conversations with Sharyn and Rosa is she cheated. What now? So some of you all may be able to relate to this topic. I know I can, and in both ways, being a cheater and being cheated on. So we would love to hear what you all think after our conversation today.
Wow. That's a heck of a way to start the new year, huh? She cheated. Well, I'm hearing from all you know, and I'm looking at Facebook and following so many people, and I hear, we're wonderful. We just celebrated our 10th anniversary. We're going to Spain. Oh, we're going to Africa, and we celebrating our love, and all these wonderful things that you're doing, and the kids are with us, and we're enjoying life. And then I see a post that somebody just threw you in a dungeon. You find out that your partner, your wife, your sweetie pie, your honey has cheated.
Yes.
Or actively cheating. And what happens, our question today is really, what happens when you find out that your partner has cheated? What do you do? What do the two of you do? How do you handle it?
And what's the consequences?
Ooh, the
if there are any.
Ooh. So I'm going to start this with a question. What would you do if the love of your life, your wifey, what would you do if you found out that she's been unfaithful? Mm-hmm. That she's broken this great trust that you thought you both had. Right. Brokenness has compromised the love that you both just constantly reconfirm with one another. Where do you go with that? How do you continue on in your world knowing that you've been betrayed? What are you going to do? What would you do, Rosa?
Well, my motto is don't cheat. If you're unhappy, then leave. Mm-hmm. And I've had to grow into that motto because, like I said earlier, I have been on both ends.
Really?
Yeah,
both
definitely have cheated on previous relationships. Well, actually, one or two that I can remember. Maybe three. Not just kidding.
Our memory gets a little foggy. Hold on.
No, honestly.
Wait. Before you continue, my question is whether it was once or twice, whatever. Were you in a committed, ongoing, one-on-one relationship with the individuals?
With one of them, yes.
With one of them.
Yeah, she and I, we had a long-distance relationship, and I stepped out of that commitment that we had and that bond that we shared, and of the conversations that we had, because she and I did talk about things like that at the beginning. But never didn't cheat on my first marriage or this one. So I've definitely been there, and I understand what that feels like because I've definitely been cheated on too. Mm-hmm. So like I said, I had to grow into my motto of just don't do it. I'm the type, I'm just so over this whole thing, because with cheating comes so much other stuff, like you don't trust anymore, all that stuff comes in it. So
the constant betrayal.
Yeah. And
where were you? When did you get there? Who were you with?
Exactly. And I'm just at a phase in my life where I just rather leave if I'm gonna cheat, and it is a deal breaker for me. So you don't get a second chance. With second chances, when people cheat and you give them second chances, that also comes with a lot of things to it too. And I call them the 3 phases. So like, what were you thinking when you started cheating, because we all know that cheating doesn't start in the bedroom. It starts with the conversation.
Ooh,
So when you're having
talk
conversations with people, right? When you're having conversations with people, at what point could you have said, you know what, this has gone too far, and let me stop here? Mm-hmm. So then the conversation turns into the meetup. At what point during the meetup, getting ready to go to it, because everything is planned, getting ready to go to it, you could have just said no, and then the meetup happens. So at what point? So those are the three phases for me. Those are Rosa's little isms. But at the same time, it's like you don't want, you just, you got so many opportunities to say no if you are the cheater, and you don't, well, then it's like two. You're searching for something.
Wait a minute, it does take two. You're speaking from your frame, you know what I mean? But you wasn't out there by yourself. The other person's going through the same things, or maybe not. Maybe the other person's available. You're the one that's tied up. No, you see what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean like if you're the cheater and you're cheating with someone who's available?
It takes two. It takes two to cheat. Yeah. Simple like that.
But if you're the one in the committed relationship, you're the one that have the obligations, and you know what's at stake. That person only knows what you've told them, which probably is a lie, because you just want what you want. That's but when you fall in it through the conversation piece of it, that's what brings you in. Then it's like, you have to know where you are. Is it worth it to cheat? Because like I said, cheating's going to come with distrust. And then once the person finds out, it's no longer great conversations at home. It's now interrogations. Well, where you been?
Exactly.
Well, who you talking to? Well, I tried to, call you and you didn't answer. And, it becomes that all of stuff. That. And then you're upset that person's upset, and which they have the right to be.
Because you've cheated.
It turns into so much more. Just leave. If that's the case. If you want to cheat, just leave.
Wow.
Because you're going to be wishing you left anyway.
Okay. We are real world lesbians, okay? Because we are from lesbian land. All right? Everyone that cheats is not really thinking about disconnecting from the relationship. There is a reason why people cheat. And I know it's different degrees, and I know it starts, as a married person, I don't even do the flirtation. I don't even do the wink wink. I don't do the extended...
She flirts.
I don't do the extended hug. Girl, how you doing? And I say 3, 2, 1, release. I don't want you to even think I was trying to rub your back or whatever the case may be. I don't do it. We laugh and we joke about it, but there are some no matter what. Rosa cheats on me. Next week you'll be looking at just me on the show.
Conversation with Sharyn.
Because we don't know where Rosa is.
You'll have a conversation with Rosa. It'll just be from a different location.
Oh, right. Okay. Wishful thinking. All I'm saying is, I don't know how I would deal with that betrayal. I just don't think I would. I don't think it would be easy on me. And I'm not speaking for you. I feel that she feels the same way. It's got to be some things you just don't do. And if you're that miserable, and again, let me say this. You don't have to be miserable to cheat. Sometimes, you cheat 'cause, well, she was home, or she been on my jock, or whatever you try to say to make it okay in your head. All we're saying is there's got to be consequences. And what are the consequences? And are you willing to hold her feet to the fire? Yeah. All right?
I actually read an article that was talking about people don't cheat because they're unhappy. They just cheat because they think about the things that they're missing instead of being, happy about the things that they have. So, with that, I think a lot of the times we as individuals should look at what we do have versus what we don't have, because that's kind of what pulls us out there to cheat. And when I was reading the article, it definitely hit home. It's like, I'm looking at, when I cheated, I was looking at what I didn't have. I didn't have the closeness of this person here. So she's, 500 miles away. And it's like, no, I want somebody right here. Instead of just being grateful and happy, the fact that I had somebody who was a great person, who, was faithful to me as far as I know. And
was caring and loving.
Absolutely. All of those things that I wanted in a relationship. And here I am cheating with somebody I know. It wasn't going anywhere. Like, it just, it went from worse to worse. So, and And I had to, in that situation, be okay with the interrogation at first. And then I was, because I understood how she felt, and, the distrust now, and especially being at a distance. It's like, she want to know how my whole day was. I had to run that down. And it's like, we get so defensive, like, it's all in your head. Well, it technically is, and it should be all in their head. So I get that, and I understand that. And so I don't want to have to ever, make anybody feel like that, like that again, especially somebody that I love. And I don't want to have to feel like that, or feel like I have to interrogate somebody. That's just a whole nother level in the relationship that I'm just not willing to do.
Okay. So here's my question to all of you out there.
Go ahead. What about you?
We'll talk about me in a minute. My question is...
Get to her stories. That's what I want to know.
Everyone has a story.
Hello.
But, let's say you're in that relationship and you just experience your partner breaking your heart, meaning that they were intimate with someone else. Will you take her back? And if you take her back, what's the consequences? What is it that you're not going to do for her? What are y'all not going to do together anymore because you cheated? It changes the whole trajectory, the whole complexion, the whole wellness of your relationship. Absolutely. If you put that much on it. There's people, look, there's some couples, look, she cheated and the other one cheated, and I guess they work out their stuff over the holidays. Right. I don't know. You know what I mean? Didn't I see her with... Ain't she with, I don't know who's on first base, second base. That's how they run their relationship.
Yeah.
That's not where we are. Mm-hmm. So my question is, holding people accountable, because, we do train people how to treat us.
Absolutely.
If your partner really is unhappy and she has chosen to, what did Jada say? Have an entanglement with someone else. What are you going to do when she comes home? And they've been at the Drop-In Hotel for the last 2 days. Right. You wasn't bowling, you wasn't shopping, and because of COVID, you had no business being out and about. Right. So what's the consequences? And if you do say, we're working our way through it, we're going to counseling, she doesn't know what got a hold of her, as Rosa said, somewhere between the talking and the flirting and the hookup and jumping up and the jumping down and checking out. Yeah. Somewhere in there, you had to think, would I want this being done to me? Right. This woman really loves me and trusts me, and there you are dealing with someone else now.
Right. Go ahead. But even as the cheater, be okay with the consequences. So,
that's
what
hard.
I'm saying? Because it's always the cheater's like, well, I just kissed her. Okay, but you making it a deal like that wasn't a big deal, and the person that's been cheated on, it's that's the end of her world probably. So you can't look at it as, oh well, it wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't love her like I love you,
right?
Or it just wasn't this, that, and other. It still is.
Didn't mean that much. Look. Yeah. I didn't do with her what I do with you.
Right. So it's like, you gotta be okay that the person you cheated on is making a big deal out of it. That's that's part of the consequences. You have to know what you're willing to consequence.
And just for a question, just to put a little bit more spice in the stew, is that your first time cheating, or is the first time you got caught? Because I'm gonna tell you, if you have a cheater's heart, you know how people that I spent all the important vacations with you, or the holidays with you, but you do a little something up there in February and something in March. That's okay if that's the way y'all running your relationship.
Right.
But if it's not, somebody's gonna get hurt, and chances are get hurt very, very badly. And as Rose always say, it starts with the conversation. When she and I, first came, with the hookup, when we first came into each other's life, I always say it's got to be something that you just won't do. And I asked Rosa, like, what was the things? And her first thing was like, you better not ever hit me. We got past that, and she says, don't cheat. If you're not happy with me, just go. Me, but don't break my heart. And I felt the same way too, because there's so many opportunities, because everybody don't want to see you happy.
Yeah.
There's some people who will try to pull you just to see if they can pull you.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I say it starts with the conversation, I can remember when Sharyn and I got married, and it actually was one of Sharyn's friends who reached out to me to friend me on Facebook, and I accepted friendship, and then she starts inboxing me like, no, boo, if you can't say what you have to say on Facebook on my timeline, then it's not gonna happen. So I didn't, give her too much
energy. That's right.
Yeah, energy with that, because that's how it starts with the conversation. Well, hey, how you doing? How was your day? Mine's good. I did this and you did that, and yeah, Sharon's getting on my nerve. That's all they need to hear is that one little N. And so you start complaining somebody about your mate, or just giving them that in, that it's okay for them to step in.
Right.
That's where it starts, and something then has to happen.
Yeah, I hear you, girl. I hear you. So when she shares the story with me, and I'm thinking, why would they be inboxing you? I mean, I'm acting, big and stupid, like, oh no, babe, because I'm just thinking, not because I come from the world of innocence, it's just because it was so bizarre to me that one of my buddies, friends, or confidants, or more or less that person, why are you inboxing my wife? You know what I mean? I didn't get what you got to say to her that needs to be offline and behind the curtain or whatever the case may be. So I thought it was interesting, but Rosa handled it well. She put a stop to it. Because so as you say, it starts with the conversation, but however you're handling yourself in the world, sometimes people will hit on you just to see if they can get in.
Yeah.
They don't want you.
And that's what I felt like it was. Yeah, they just, because her friends didn't know me, and I think they just was trying to
testing,
test
1, 2, 3,
to
testing.
see if I was like that faithful person to Sharon, or whatever the case may be. But,
Oh, you handled it well, sweetie. You really did. And as Rosa said, I always say, she's an Aries, I'm a Gemini. There's a lot of fire here. So, I laugh sometimes, because, she's a Sharon, you're such a flirt. It's just part of your personality. Yeah, and I say that, but I have calmed that down. I done, put a lot of water on that one, because one, I would never want to offend you, or disrespect you. You know what I mean? And I remember...
Don't even go there, because that time we were out on a date.
On a date. We were on our second date.
No, I think it was past the second date.
Okay.
Maybe it was like
down the
Hillcrest.
Hillcrest. We don't have to talk about that one, Rosa.
No, we do. And so Sharon and I were walking to like a club or something. We had parked, and we were walking to a club. And so we were at the light waiting for it to
go across the street.
To cross the street. And so a Uber pulls up. Some young girl gets out with a tight dress on.
Blue.
And Sharon's like, forgetting we got to cross the street. She like, oh, hey now, and following the girl. It even said it out loud, and I'm looking at her.
I didn't follow the girl. I just say, hey now.
You followed her with your eyes.
Well, it was an electric blue dress. I wasn't expecting it. I did not know the woman.
But
and
we
she
were on a date.
Hold on. She kind of popped out the car.
But we were on a date.
So all I said was, hey now.
And you followed her with your neck and eyes. Yeah. One of them type things. So I'm just thinking like, okay. Who am I really dating?
Wait a minute. It's true. I did do it.
Yeah.
It was like I had an out-of-body experience. I can explain. But I just didn't expect. She was an attractive young woman with this electric blue dress on. She pops out. It wasn't an Uber. It looked like a limo or something. But she pops out of the car, and we were kind of like close proximity. Rosa's to my left, and I just looked. I said, "Hey now," meaning, "Hey now, you look good. Hey now, I see you."
So we're saying that to say she is a big flirt.
Not anymore.
Very big flirt.
Yeah.
And I, and I knew she was kind of a flirt, but that was, I think, the first time it had happened, and I was aware of it.
Witness.
And I'm just like, she is a flirt. Like, is she going to be? And I'm not a jealous person, so I didn't really, chuckle at it, but I did take mental
notes. Yeah.
Like, okay, I see where we going with this.
Right. And, as that happened, nothing has happened since then. I've kind of, pumped the brakes 2 or 3 times. And we weren't even married. They were.
No,
but not that it makes it right. So but it starts somewhere. It's a lot. We joke that all my exes live in North Park. We're here in San Diego, and that's not so. But
no, you said all your exes live in Texas.
Texas,
but they don't.
Look, they have moved. It's only 4 of them. Yeah. No, but seriously, we have had the conversation.
Yeah.
And I was living a very fun-filled single life. long before Rosa, and I was enjoying it. I really, really was. And then somebody parachutes into your life and kind of makes everything go in a whole different direction. I had to back out of a couple of things, and you've been more than gracious. But back to the subject at hand. You with a partner, your partner has cheated. Our question to you is one, how do you react to it? How do you deal with it? Do you forgive her? And what are the consequences? And these are questions you need to be asking yourself, because I may handle it totally different as well as Rosa. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you need to change your address immediately.
Especially if you're single and you're looking to be in a relationship, just assess yourself. Are you a cheater? Like, when you are in relationships, do you normally go outside of those? So that's what it defines, regardless whether it's a mental stimulation, physically, sexually, whatever it is. If that's you, then figure out why, and why you are that type of person, because trust me, when you get with somebody, it's gonna make a big difference if you know you and you know your triggers and what your addiction is, because love is an addiction. So, if you know, I mean, some people say it's as strong as being on drugs. Like, love is an addiction. When you come out of love, you going through withdrawals. That's it.
And people love differently. Something that you may shake off, this other person needs serious counseling over, because you got her bent over, got her all caught up
in the game. She all caught up in the game.
Seriously. And so you're dealing with this person who now has a 6-month stay at Heartbreak Hotel, and you out there just like, oh, she'll get over it. And so already you guys are coming into the thing from different perspectives, and so if she chooses to forgive you, does she forgive you until the next time you do it?
Yeah.
Or do you forgive her till the next time she does it? Or does she forgive you until the next time? If there is a next time. Yeah. And as you are like, oh, baby, you know I love you. It's all about you. You're the only one. I got your tattoo right up here. I ain't with her, it ain't about Lois, and you're lying, Yeah. So, and as Rosa said, people cheat for different reasons. Maybe it's something they're not getting. Maybe it's something that they need that you simply cannot fulfill. Not minimizing your skills and the love that you have given this woman. And remember, we all love differently.
Yes.
Everyone has their own definition of what love is. But I will tell you this, love hurts. So you take her back.
I think most of, everybody can attest to that, who has been in love or thought they have been in love at some point.
And been hurt.
Yeah, and once you're hurt, you know how that feels. It really is, a dag in the heart. Like, it really feels like somebody is dagging you in your heart. So, definitely have that conversation. And if you already, hooked up and booked up, as they say, if you haven't had the conversation, have it. Know what the boundaries are. And if you, there's people that's okay with, you seeing somebody else and they seeing somebody else. If that's the relationship you all are having, set the boundaries for that.
Yes.
You can only see one other person, or you can see 2 other people.
I see you when I see you.
Right. So you just have to set boundaries to what you're doing and where you are.
Right.
Time out. 1, 2, 3. Because this is falling off now. And I know it's supposed to be magnetic. But it's not staying on.
We only got another 4 minutes. Right. We're 25 minutes.
Okay. So you definitely just have to, just assess your situation when you're going in, because like I said, cheating is going to set the stage for the rest of the relationship once it happens.
Absolutely.
It is nothing, you can't take it back, you can't turn around. You're going to have to go forward or not. And more than likely, most people stay together, but it doesn't work out.
And then they also say there's always one that loves a little bit more than the other. Or I just say we just all love differently. Yeah. So, what they say is a person that has truly loved you, truly loved you, will do anything for you but love you again.
Yeah.
Humpty Dumpty did not go back together again. It's cracked. It's blown into 1,000 pieces. You cannot make that work the same way moving forward. Absolutely. You just can't do it. Y'all need to, as Rosa say, have the conversation. Something has changed. And with that change, some things have happened. Things will never be the same. If that means that she's calling you, you said the meeting was over at 4, so you should be home by 6, right? And you say, no, I can't make it till 9. where you gonna be at, boo?
Right.
Where you gonna be at, boo?
Then know that in her mind, something is already triggered when your schedule is off and you've cheated, and now she's trying to figure out what exactly is going on. And it could be innocent. You may have said, "I'm never cheating again," but
Right.
but that whole phase of
In her head, all she can see
it really is.
Yeah, her heartbreaking.
When you're saying it's in their head, it really is.
Well,
that's a fact.
Talking old school, but I had a buddy, we used to run the streets together, showing up real tough, and she had a really deep, emotional, crazy roller coaster of a ride with her partner at the time, and they were on and off for 5 years. Well, when they broke up, she dated her niece, her partner's niece. And I said, "Oh, well, you just messed up Thanksgiving."
Right.
Because who does that? So
well, there probably are people out there that do that. So
well,
no judgment, no
judgment. I'm just saying,
who does that?
I'm not going to say it's just bizarre.
Yeah.
But how unusual. So they were trying to work it out, but it never did. I mean, it never got back together. I mean, how do you say? And you slept with my niece?
Right.
Ooh, ooh. It's got to be some things you just won't do.
Right.
But with all of that, we not to bring it down, but just to we have to talk about the real conversations because we're real lesbians.
Absolutely.
And we live in lesbian land.
Right,
so you know how we do sometime. So
and as we say, most of what we've gone through, we can talk about that.
Yeah,
because we're not professionals, but we are professionals in our own lives. So
yeah.
Definitely, I know I've been cheated on, and I know I've been the cheater. So I can bring it from both aspects.
Well, and I'm not avoiding my story.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, but we'll throw it out maybe next time. But I will say this,
we got time. You can't throw it out now.
No.
I don't know about y'all, but I got time.
No. I don't think they need to hear the horrible stories, but don't do it. You know what I mean? And I have no regrets. I don't want to redo. I don't want to refund. None of that. But, you don't get the lesson until you go through the experience. Mm-hmm. I've had the experience a couple of times on both sides of the street. No. No happy ending.
No,
just no.
It's never happened.
No. You break up relationships, you break up friendships, you break up families, and all of that. And why? Just because she looks good in a pair of jeans, or she hit on you first, and that used to be my level. She took her towel off. Well, a nice person would have gave her towel back and walked out of the sauna.
Sharyn wouldn't have been that person, though. I'm telling you right now.
Well, any event,
I don't care. Like, you want me to lotion? Let me help you lotion?
No. It doesn't matter who started it. The fact is that you went to a place you shouldn't have gone, and you disrespected your vows. If you're married, you disrespected the level of trust with your partner. If that is, it's so many things have now been changed, destroyed, or forever broken. That it's going to take a whole lot of work to get it back together. So those are some things we just wanted to leave you with today. Once you cheated, what now? And only you can answer that question, because every relationship is different. Mm-hmm. All right? And how you handle it is different. But we're wishing you the best of all things good.
Stay safe and stay woke. And we love you. Happy New Year.